why your mind chooses predictable pain over uncertain happiness. Imagine standing in front of two doors. Behind the first door, you know exactly what's waiting. More arguments, more disappointments, more nights laying awake wondering why you feel so alone next to someone who's supposed to love you. Behind the second door, you have no idea. It could be peace, it could be loneliness, it could be the happiest chapter of your life, or it could be another heartbreak. So which door does your brain chooses? For most people, they chooses the first one. Not because it's better, because they are familiar, and that might be the most dangerous survival instinct your brain has ever developed. By the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the invisible question your brain asks every time you think about leaving a relationship. Meet Ryan, 34, successful career, great friends, the kind of person everyone described as having his life together. Except for one thing, his relationship. For almost 5 years, he and his girlfriend had been stuck in the same cycle. They rarely laughed anymore. Any conversation somehow turned into criticism. They weren't growing together. They were simply continuing. His friend noticed it. His family noticed it. Even Ryan noticed it. More than once, he packed a bag. More than once, he stood by the front of the door. And every single time, he unpacked. Not because things actually got better, because leaving felt more terrifying than staying. He couldn't explain why, so he told himself maybe this is just what long-term relationship look like. It wasn't. His brain was protecting him, not just in the way he thought. There is a phrase psychologists often use, the devil you know. It describes something surprisingly powerful. Human beings are wired to prefer certainty over possibility, even if certainty hurts. Think about it. Your brain evolved to survive, not to make you happy. Thousands of years ago, the unknown often meant danger. Walking into unfamiliar territory could mean predator, poison, death. Staying where you knew the risk was safer. That instinct still exists today. Only now the wilderness has become relationships. Your brain quietly whispers, at least you know what to expect. Even when what to expect is misery. Ryan knew exactly how could every week would unfold. Monday, cold silence after work. Wednesday, a passive-aggressive argument over something small. Friday, a brief moment where everything felt okay. Sunday, the sinking feeling that another week was about to begin. It was painful, but it was predictable. And predictability creates the illusion of safety. That's the first trap. Your nervous system often confuses familiarity with security. Those are not the same things. Now imagine Ryan actually leaves. Suddenly, everything becomes uncertain. Will he regret it? Will he find someone else? Will he spend years alone? Or will he spend years alone? What if she changes after he leaves? What if he made the biggest mistake of his life? Notice what happened. His mind stopped comparing two realities. It started comparing reality to imagination. Reality was difficult. Imagination was terrifying. And when fear fills in the blank, the known almost always wins. Here is something fascinating. Your brain hates unfinished stories. If you are in unhappy relationship, at least the story exists. You understand the chapters, you know the routines, you know how every argument begins. Leaving means stepping into a blank page, and blank page scares people because blank page requires uncertainty, and ironically, that blank page is also where healing begins. But your brain can't see healing, it can only see the absence of certainty. Ryan kept asking himself one question: what if leaving is a mistake? It sounds logical, responsible even. But it was incomplete because he never asked the opposite question. What if staying is the mistake? That question never entered his mind. Why? Because staying didn't feel like a decision anymore. It felt like the default. And defaults are incredibly powerful. Most people don't actively choose unhappy relationship every day. They simply never interpret yesterday's decision. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 year. And 1 year becomes a decade without anyone consciously deciding, I am choosing unhappiness. There is another reason familiar misery feels strangely comfortable. That is identity. Ryan no longer knew who he was outside the relationship. His routines, his apartment, his holiday, his future plan, everything included someone else. Leaving wasn't just ending a relationship, it felt like erasing himself. Have you ever noticed that people often say, I don't know who I would be without them? That's not romance, that's identity fusion. When your sense of self becomes attached to another person, leaving feels like psychological death. Even if staying slowly destroys your peace. One afternoon, Ryan met an old friend for coffee. His friend asked a simple question. When was the last time you felt excited about your own life? Ryan laughed. Then he stopped because he couldn't remember. His entire emotional world has become about managing the relationship, avoiding conflicts, reading moods, preventing arguments. He wasn't living, he was maintaining. There is a huge difference. Healthy relationships give you energy for life. Unhealthy ones consume all the energy life requires. The strange thing about fear is that it speaks in uncertainty. It says, you will never find someone else. You will regret leaving forever. You will end up alone. But fear has never met your future. It's simply making predictions based on your discomfort today. But your brain isn't showing you reality. It's showing you worst case scenarios. Because from an evolutionary perspective, assuming danger kept our ancestors alive. But in modern relationships, that same instinct can keep us emotionally trapped. Ryan finally admitted something he would never said out loud. I don't actually want this relationship. I just don't want what comes after it. Think about how profound that is. He wasn't choosing love. He was avoiding uncertainty. And avoidance has an incredible way of disguising itself as loyalty. So here is that hidden question I mentioned in the beginning. Every time Ryan imagined leaving, his brain asked, can you guarantee that life will be better? The answer, of course, was no. Nobody can guarantee that. So his brain rejected the idea. But that's the wrong question. The better question is this. Can I guarantee that staying creates the life I actually want? Suddenly the answer became obvious. No, he couldn't guarantee that either. In fact, he had years of evidence suggesting the opposite. You don't need certainty, you need honesty. The biggest mistake people make is believing they must be certain before making a difficult decision. Life doesn't work that way. Growth begins where certainty ends. Every meaningful relationship, every new city, every career change, every act of courage starts with uncertainty, not confidence. Ryan eventually walked through that second door, not because he knew happiness was waiting, because he finally realized something more important. Familiar pain wasn't protecting him, it was preventing him from discovering anything else. Maybe that's where you are today, standing between two doors. One promises predictable disappointment, the other promises nothing. Your brain will always tell you to stay where the map already exists. But sometimes, the most dangerous place you can live is somewhere that no longer hurts enough to make you leave, yet never heals enough to make you stay.